So we've just taken out some of the cupboard here to find, I don't really know what this is down here, but we're going to hoover that up. It's some sort of mouldy, possibly rats that aren't here anymore. Yum, lovely. And then over here we've got loads of black mould all over the wall, which, as everyone knows, is really bad for your health. So that's been fun. Yeah, I've got Tabitha here with me. I'm just going to start hoovering up and tidying up a bit more, and John's here. So I'm going to do the hoovering and then John's going to come in and try and dismantle some more of this. But this is what it looks like at the moment. Messy, isn't it? Yeah. Messy, but hopefully in a couple of weeks' time the kitchen will look nice, won't it?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to having the kitchen done?
Yeah.
Yeah? Wow. Oh, thank you. You're pretty too. And the sink is now out. The kitchen has arrived. I'm so excited it's going in today, and Luke has arrived to install it. So the kitchen's coming in. How exciting is this? Cannot wait. And here's Luke, who's doing our kitchen. Probably exhausted.
Yeah, sweaty already.
So the kitchen's been in this situation for a couple of weeks now because we had an issue with the sink, which meant that the worktops couldn't be fitted properly. So we rectified that, and today we are getting the worktops. So over here is where the sink goes. So the issue that we had was the original sink that we'd had put in and measured and everything, it was too high. So it came up too high here, and if anyone else has had a butler sink, they'll know what I mean. The sink's meant to be flush with the unit. So it basically meant that the worktops wouldn't fit, which is a little bit infuriating because we've had to go with a different style of sink for it to fit. But anyway, that's all done now, and next we'll be doing tiling, which will go all the way around here, and then I've got a really gorgeous wallpaper to go all around this section here.
This one will be there, yeah? Yeah. Nothing else.
It's gone in! We have one of the worktops in. This is the one I was worried about because there was slight discrepancy in sizing along here, but it's fitted and it looks so nice. I'm so excited. Looks so nice. Mm.
A little bit more to the back because we nearly flashed with the ceiling. Okay.
Wow.
So we need to move this wood and push back. Yeah. Because we're touching there. Or we can bring
the sink's in and it fits. Although we did have a little flooding incident, which is fine, it's just the overflow pipe got knocked. But it's in and I think it looks gorgeous. I'm very excited to do some washing up. Not a sentence I ever thought I would say. It just looks so nice, doesn't it?
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Right.
not video that.
Is the finished kitchen. I hope you'll agree it is so much better and it just fits the cottage really nicely. We've got these beautiful cabinets made by Nook that open beautifully and we've got gorgeous handles on them from Yesterhome. They are really beautiful. And then there is our sink that caused lots of problems but finally got fixed. And we went with one from Clearwater. This is a Thomas Denby one and we've got a Clearwater tap here as well. This one is a mixer tap, so we've got hot and cold, and then on the other side we've got a pure filtered water and then the kettle. I'll show you the kettle. So that's boiling hot water coming out, which is perfect for cups of tea and cooking and all sorts. Over here we've got the tiles. These are original style. They're the Daisy Japor style tile. That sounded like a bit of a poem, didn't it? I love them. They're so pretty and they just sort of brightened up the space a bit and gave it something a little bit more, I guess, softer but also feminine and dainty at the same time. And it matches the cottage really nicely. Up here we have the wallpaper, which, oh my gosh, I love this wallpaper. It's strawberries with flowers on. And I've got that coming all the way down here. My daughter's cute little kitchen. She wanted a kitchen like mummy. And her washing machine and dishwasher. This is from Lucy Annabelle. And it's their strawberry wallpaper. I think it looks really lovely here and it just sets off the tiles and the space beautifully. A lot of people, family and friends, were really hesitant about us using the wallpaper with the tiles and I really like it. I think it looks nice and it just goes together. It just adds to that kind of maximalist but also minimalist kind of mix of cottagey femininity. Or if you want to be a bit more like me, it makes it look like fairies have decorated. Over here we've got the dishwasher. I'm still toying with the idea of the fabric to go over it. I think I want this fabric on it, but I'm not 100% sure. I might get something different. I might use different curtains. We will see. We have a rail arriving today, which will hopefully sit across here, and then we'll be able to pull it out and pull it back in when we open and close the dishwasher and use the dishwasher. One of the main things we did add into this kitchen were vents down here, because as you will remember from the beginning of the video, we had a lot of mould and bacteria growth behind the original kitchen that was in here, and it was really important to me that we cleaned all of that up and put in preventative measures to avoid that happening again. This is the other side of the kitchen. This is where I guess all the main cooking happens, and yeah, it's where most of the things are. The other side's kind of our sink area and cleaning area. So I thought I'd show you around here. I've got my beautiful mixer that my late grandmother gave to John and I for a wedding present before we got engaged. She never actually lived to see us get engaged or married. So it's really nice having that in the kitchen in kind of pride of place, and I use it every day. I make bread and cakes and cookies and everything for us. Got our Bosch hob. It's an induction hob. I wanted an induction hob just because the cats sometimes jump up. We don't encourage it, but when they do, I just wanted it to be as safe as possible, so we went with that. I love this so much. My pride and joy. My Neff slide and hide oven. How amazing is that? You know, if you're walking around grilling something, you're not going to bang your legs on it. You can slide and hide it. So over here is our little coffee station. We've got our DeLonghi coffee machine, soda stream, microwave, you know, all of the essentials. These are the worktops you'll have seen in the video, and that is the finish. That is a very nice line. You can really not really see it, to be honest. I love these worktops from Aspen Marble. They are gorgeous, and they really just finished off the kitchen, to be honest. I mean, we had the beautiful cupboards from Nook here, but prior to the worktops going in, it just looked unfinished. I think worktops do just bring everything together. Now, we absolutely adore our Nook kitchen, and I'm so pleased we went with them, because it meant that we could get the kitchen made bespokely to fit into the room. Now, we've got really tall ceilings up here. You can't really gauge how tall they are, but they are extremely tall. We're talking probably 9, nearly 10 feet tall. So being able to have extra long cupboards like the ones that Nook have made for us here, it was really important. If I just open this cupboard here, so previously we wouldn't have had the top shelf. It would have just been these two. That is the standard size of cupboard. So we've added on an extra shelf for ourselves, which has also meant a lot less clutter. Things are a lot tidier, and it's also utilising what was in fact dead space up there. And I don't really like things on top of cupboards, so for me that was something that was quite important to be able to do, to customise. And we went to some high street brands for the kitchen, like Howdens and Wicks, and they just came standard. And these cupboards as well are slightly thinner and just more elegant, and they fit into the space really nicely. We've got a top cupboard there, which has got things like pots and pans or jugs, you know, those things you don't use so often. That's our fridge, our freezer, and then these down here, these two corner cupboards, well, they are what they are, corner cupboards. And I bought these to go in because I just hated not being able to access the back of the cupboard. It's also meant that we have a lot less stuff in the cupboards that's just lingering, and it's also allowing for airflow as well, which, considering the kitchen was as mouldy and damp and horrible as it was, I thought was important. Have another vent down here and another vent down here by the fridge and the freezer. We have kept our shelving, which we've had since our last cottage, up there. We actually had that, we had a pantry in the last cottage. We had a really small kitchen. It was smaller than this section here. We had a little pantry just off of it, and we decided to keep the shelving, and I love the shelves. I think they're really rustic and pretty, and they've got jars of things on that we use every day, or at least every few weeks, you know, with the different sugars at the top for cooking, bulgur wheat at the top, my spicy nut mix I make, and then essentials like pastas and rices and lentils and things like that. I've added a little bit of a Lucy into the kitchen here as well, with some sparkly fairy lights. They're not on at the moment, they're on a timer, but they're little ivy leaves, and I just think it added a little bit of garden to the room, which is really important for me. I hope you have loved looking around our kitchen. I am so happy with it. It is so much better, and it doesn't smell anymore. There's no mould or anything like that, and I think it now fits the cottage beautifully. We've got these gorgeous tiles, we've got these beautiful worktops, and gorgeous cabinets from Nook. I just adore it and think I think we've done a great job. I'm really, really proud of it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's inspired you, and if you're doing a kitchen renovation or any other renovations in your home, know that this took us the best part of, I think, 2.5 years, but we were without a kitchen for about 4 or 5 months with a small child. So there are ups and downs, there will be surprises, there'll be things you see that you don't like, there'll be things you have to learn to do, like plastering for us. We got someone in to rewire, so I would not recommend doing that unless you're an electrician. And yeah, you will get there, and things do take time, but eventually you will be very happy and you will love the kitchen or the room you're renovating just as much as we do. So I'm off to go make myself a cup of coffee in my machine, and thank you so much for watching. Please hit subscribe, follow, share, comment, all of the above, and I will see you on our next video.